Alright, so the day's finally here. The box has arrived. Usually I'm not gonna do videos like this, but I'm really excited, and I do apologize for the mic quality. Since I redid my office, my good mic is actually by my PC, so it's nowhere near my workstation. So we're just gonna have to make do with the headset mic. But basically, the only reason why I'm really doing this is because, as you know, you guys might be able to tell by the channel name, is I am very excited by tigers. They are my favorite, tanks. So basically, this is just going to be a quick going through what we've got, and starting it off is the mid tiger with Zim. So basically, I got high hopes for these. There's a lot of dragon kits in my arsenal that I'm looking to replace with hopefully Takom, because I do prefer Takom. Um, so fingers crossed these go together better instructions is what I'm looking for. The parts look really crisp. Like there's a really fine amount of detail in the Zimmerit. There's appears to be a bit of chipping that they've put in there here and there, so it actually has more of a natural look. I'll actually take that out of the plastic really quick. Give you guys a bit of a look closer up without plastic in the way, but come on. Come on. There we go. So basically, they've got chipping in the Zimmerit, which is really neat. Like, I know that's, nothing to write home about some people, but modded on Zimmerit with chipping, not just like a blatant, I don't know, slapped on their pattern like the last Tiger I did, which, comparatively has very chunky Zimmerit. It's not really natural looking, but that's really cool. Along with the German helmets there, the jerry cans, things like that, like your bucket, which a lot of people, first thing they always ask, what do I put on a German tank to make it look more realistic? A lot of folks tend to answer the question with a bucket. So that's good to see they've included that. It also looks like they've included some timber here, which might be usable to make it look like one of the what's the tiger's name? I believe it's A1, possibly from the Italian front 506. I'm probably not getting that correct, but from memory, no, actually, there we go. We've got it. Tiger Tank B. Command Tiger Tank B from the Italian front, I think it was. Famously had some photos with chunks of timber along the side. Although these don't look big enough for that, you could sort of mimic something akin to that. But it is good to see that they've also got, bits of tarp, covers for the mantlet, the MG. Things like that are always really appreciated. There we go. There's the mantlets and sections of the barrel. The whole gun itself actually appears to be on this sprue. But that's, here we go. I'm gonna open this up really quickly. That's really interesting to look at. So there's the chunky Zimmerit I was mentioning, earlier. And there's the more finer Zimmerit beside it. So it looks like it gives you the options, which is pretty cool. But in terms of the Zimmerit detailing, it actually looks really nice. Is it better than Dragon? Hard to say. I'd say it's at the minimum on par, but better. I don't know which one I prefer, to be honest. But that does look very nice. The toe cabling. This is a very important section for me. I get really upset when I open kits and I see the cablings all snapped and ruined. That's not exactly the best, experience for anybody. But most of this detail on these sheets is looking really good. There we go. Some Zimmerit on the hull at the back there as well. That's good to look at. I'd say that's part of the track jig and two of the forward sections. Yeah, it's looking really crisp. I'm hoping at a minimum that this will go together basically like the pattern that I did not too long ago. The Korean War one. That was an absolutely beautiful kit to put together. Really simple, not an overwhelming amount of parts, but the detail was beautiful. That hull looks really good, actually. Sorry, not the hull, that deck, rather. I'm getting a bit too caught up in the excitement here. The weld lines look really, really nice. Actually, I'll pop that one out as well and give you guys a bit of a quick look. See what we're looking at here. The weld lines look really, really nice. If my camera wants to focus. There we go. They definitely tickle my fancy there. Very happy with that. Especially on the turret roof here. They look really, really nice. The way that they've done it too, it doesn't seem like a copy pasted, pattern that they've put on here. As far as I can see, it looks like, somebody's sort of painstakingly gone to the effort of making it look done by a human, which is really, really good. Very nice. It's interesting. I've never seen the tiger's arms like that before. Have a bit of a look in the manual, and we'll see where they are the way they are. These tracks look really nice as well. But then again, that's one thing I really like about Takom, is their tracks, as well as Ryfield. And I know that Ryfield tracks are pretty fiddly for, some people, but for me, I like the extra bit of, fiddliness. I like getting more out of a build, due to being more of a builder than I am a painter, I guess you would say. But as included is my favorite metal toe cables. I'm a big fan of metal. Not really a fan of when they give you cotton or something of the sort, so I'll definitely be using those. And of course the turned barrel. Let's have a bit of a rip in and look at the manual. Now, it's one thing with Takom's manuals that I really appreciate, is they generally have really nice angles for, basically the entire vehicle. Hang on, I'll just chuck this in the box. And they show you all of the points of view. So basically, I know that Dragon is stuck in their ways doing, well, as far as their later kits that I have are stuck in their ways. They basically keep it with blue as the color, as you guys may know, and they don't really feature any proper angling. They show you like one side and, basically a front view and a back view, and that's all you get. But as usual, the instructions are really, really crisp. Having a bit of a quick flick through. It's interesting the way that they've done those arms, though. It's basically, from what I can see, I'm gonna assume it's because you can sort of maneuver the suspension and basically put it in pose as perhaps driving over something, or, making it look more scenic in a little setting there. But these are some really nice drawings here. I'm not sure if they rectified the issue brought up by Tiger1.info with the, I think it was the grills on the back deck there were too far, I think. Not fully sure of that, but either way, I'm happy to jump in. I'm not usually one to worry too much about the historical, side of things. Yes, here we go. This is what we're talking about. See, this is really good. This is really good. Nice color. Gives you a really good understanding of what the camouflage pattern looks like. I think these are really good. But basically, that's the mid. So, just going to have a quick dive through the other two, and let's see how they go. Also quite a large box for a Tiger 1 without interior, actually. It's not too far off being as big as a one of the Ryfield boxes for the full interior. So it's a bit skinnier, but not by much. So let's have a bit of a look. Up next, we have late production, which definitely, that box art is absolutely awesome. That's sort of what I was getting at there before with the logs on the side there. I do remember Tiger Tank, Command Tiger Tank B, I think it was, having a massive log attached to the side of it. Oh, look at that. There we go. So it is different by the look of that to the mid Tiger. It's interesting. Obviously they've got a different mold or sheet there, but that's the same as the mid tiger there. The front Zimmerit with the helmets and the buckets and cans, but that's fine. Doesn't really need to be unique. It's all looking about the same so far. There's those arms again, really good. Ah, there we go. There's turret ring. Interesting. Basically all the same sort of stuff as you would expect. Wheel details are nice and crisp. Not really much to write about home there. Pretty much just as is. Same thing again as the other one. You got the 3 mantlets. There's that deck again. Yeah, it does look really nice. But basically it looks about the same as the other one. So, of course, aside from the extra antennas. Actually, I didn't really spy the antennas. I wonder where they are on the sheets, just for a quick look. Oh, hang on, they might actually be at the bottom here. It's possible that they're going to be photo etch, because I know there's a lot of aftermarket brands that do the, oh, yep, there it is. There's the star antenna anyway, for the top of it. Usually done in photo etch. I know that early Dragon kits used to have the star antennas as plastic, but if any of you have ever built those, you'll know that they're fairly brittle, especially nowadays, due to their age. They're not really fun to, work with, so I always basically either give them away or chuck them in a box and replace it with something that's typically going to be Zimmerit. Zimmerit. Sorry, I'm staring at Zimmerit right now. I was just getting caught up in the details here on the sides of it. It looks absolutely phenomenal. I didn't realize all of the little chips and damage on the sides of the vehicle too there. That's going to be incredibly fun to play with when it comes to painting. But yeah, usually I replace the antennas with a metal variant with photo etch. Ah, there we go. There's the rest of them there. There's a couple of antennas just here. Must have missed those on the mid, but that's the same sprue. As for that sprue, that's actually unique to the late Tiger there, which is interesting. I'm glad they've kept it unique, but this box art is definitely phenomenal too. Really nice box art. And again, another chunky box, which is sort of to be expected. And then finally, we have Otto's Tiger, which I still have to finish his book. But basically, I'm interested to see if the box art reflects what's actually on the molded pieces here when it comes to the damage of the Zimmerit. So let's take a bit of a look. Dive on in. And there's the massive figure of Otto. Not usually one to build figures. Basically because I absolutely am just no good at painting flesh. But I'll probably give this one a crack. So then when I do his tank, I can sort of stand beside him with the Tigers in the Mud book sort of on display with him. But basically it looks like, here we go, this is a bit different. So it's the same as before. Once again, all 3 Tigers carry this same bucket, jerry can, helmet sort of setup. But on top of that, it looks like we've obviously got the little Otto Carius attached to it at the side here. There is a bit of flashing on the little outlet on his boots there, but that doesn't look like it's actually affected anywhere on his little figure, and in fact, the detail on him at that scale is quite nice. You can see his iron cross really well defined there, and the eagle on his jacket, which is pretty nice. Now that's interesting. That's a different thickness of Zimmerit on the turret of this one versus the other one. Sorry, the other one being the previous late Tiger there. As far as I can tell, actually, I'm going to pop that back out and just take a bit of a quick squiz, because they look like they were two different thicknesses. And I don't want to be talking out of my bum, but nope, there we go. So hang on, I'll pull them out of the plastic so we can get a nice clean side by side. Bear with me. Hopefully in post-process I've gotten rid of a lot of this audio noise in the background there, but we'll see. But yep, there we go. Zimmerit is different. So basically, if I can get it to focus up. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, Otto's one has a lot finer on the Zimmerit versus the late Tiger turret, which is interesting. I guess that's a good choice. Then again, I might again be talking out of my bum here, but I think from memory, late Tigers had chunkier Zimmerit. Further onto the war, into the war rather. It's interesting they've done that. Good attention to detail, but obviously it's not full attention to detail given the fact that they've missed the deck area as noted by Tiger 1 again. Let's have a bit of a squiz further down. Pretty samey for the rest of it, I dare say. Except for, of course... Alright. Yeah, righto. About the same. And then we have, as expected, the barrel and the wire. Plus, of course, instructions for the big fella himself. Actually, I might have a quick look at the paint scheme on the pages at the back there. I'm pretty interested to see if they've got a more full explanation for those of us that absolutely suck at painting it. At painting kits. Sadly, no, that's it. Still good. Still a Takom, still good. Basically, it's just, well, looks like it's exactly as it should be. Just a whitewashed version of his Eastern Front markings with 217. Interesting how they give the what looks like the model's got a bit of depth to it there. The 3D looks really nice. But anyway, that's probably about it. Hopefully I've been able to edit and snip this so it's not as boring as some people might find it. Which I'm not going to be really covering new releases. It's just that I very much do love Tiger tanks, so I figured I'd do this one and have a bit of a quick dump into it and, you know, get the excitement out of the way before I look at building one of these guys. So that's probably about it for that. So I hope you guys at least got something out of that. My wild rambling. Either way, hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.